Assalamu alaikum. Each time I write INSHAALLAH in English, people comment saying you must separate these three words INSHAALLAH and you must not write it together because it has a bad meaning. It means create Allah, and someone said this and someone said that and it's wrong and you cannot. Okay, let me explain. It's not like we don't know how to spell it. If you are writing INSHAALLAH, which means if Allah wills, okay, in the Arabic language, if you're writing it in the Arabic language, the correct way of writing it is three separate words. Insha'a Allah. So insha'a Allah. And when you're saying it, you say insha'Allah. Okay? So I'm writing it in the Arabic language. The correct way of writing it is three separate words. Insha'Allah in the Arabic language. In any other language, if I am saying if Allah wills in English, I should write IF space ALLAH space WILLS. That's if Allah wills. Those are three separate words. But if I am doing what is known as a transliteration, which means it's Arabic, but I'm just writing it in another language for people to read it, I can write it anyhow, completely, for as long as it is readable to the people, legible, they can see it, they can read it. If you look at, the Malay language, they write in Sia Allah, the S-Y-A. They pronounce the S-Y the way we pronounce S-H. So they can write it how they want for as long as when people read it, they read it INSHAALLAH. Because a transliteration means nothing. It is only making you read something. For example, I write Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. How should you write it? Come on. Don't get into such a silly argument. You can write B-I-S-M. You don't need to write B space, I-S-M space, A-L-L-A-H space. You just write B-I-S-M-I-L-L-A-H, Bismillah. It's okay. You don't need to separate it because it's just a transliteration. But if you are writing it in the Arabic language, you will need to write the Ba, Sin, Mim, space, Allah, space, Ar-Rahman, space, Ar-Rahim, because that's the Arabic and that's how it should be written, okay? So I hope we don't argue with each other. Whenever you see it in the English language, please write it how you wish, for as long as it's closest to what is readable, for as long as it's closest to what you can actually, pronounce in the correct way. Some people write INSYALLAH because they speak Malay. That's fine. Others might say, why did you put a Y? Because that's how they pronounce it. I came across the name Khadija. In Turkish, some people spell it H-A-T-I-C-E. I would say Hatis for that. No, it's actually Khadija. In Turkish, that's the way they write it. So what? Subhanallah, let them write it that way. There is no one correct way of writing things. When people ask me, what's the best way to write this name I want to name my child? So I would give them what I think is the best, but that's not what the whole world thinks is the best. But in the Arabic language, there's only one way of doing it because it's an Arabic name or an Arabic word or an Arabic sentence. So now people say, well, if you write it all in one, then it has a meaning, create Allah. That's wrong. It doesn't have a meaning, create Allah. No, it doesn't. Because insha'Allah means if Allah wills, inshallah. We all say it together, inshallah, inshallah. But we know in the Arabic it's three separate words. If Allah wills, right. How do you say create Allah? Astaghfirullah. You would say inshi. Inshi. Inshi is the amr. It is the instruction, right? The command. Inshi means to create. No one says inshi Allah. They say insha'Allah. That's what it is. So I think we needed to correct this. But if you disagree with me, no problem. This is what I know and I